Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Yes! Good.
What's going on? I was like, what? Hello?
I was thinking, the fuck's going on there?
Yeah, no, it's all right. A little technical issue, no worries. Welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. And of course, I'm with the regular firm that we always just chill with. Doyle and James, Redmond. How are we, the fam?
You know what?
Know what you've been up to. And James, you just come out of the shower yet?
Yeah, man. That's right. The hair's all crazy as always.
Nice and clean.
Yeah,
Clean.
yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Hygiene is very important.
Hygiene is proper important, lads.
Very important, my mate.
Exactly.
Make sure you get a wash, people. Don't be a scruff.
Don't just wash your hands. Wash your, everything. Just wash it. Well, I wasn't going to say that
everywhere.
But
no, make sure you wash everywhere.
Wash your ass. Yeah.
Everywhere, like a goal can say in his plan.
There you go. Cover it. Right. This is Kop to Bottom. If you're unfamiliar with the show, so far it's a Premier League preview show. We don't just talk about Liverpool. We talk about all the other big games that are happening as well. Because, there's a lot of people that say, oh, you only talk about Liverpool. Right. So we made this show so we can talk about all of them. Today, to be fair, we're only talking about 3 games. One of them is Liverpool. But we will also be previewing Villa versus City and Fulham versus Man United. A couple of comments already. And Nico, yes, lads, how are we?
How are we, lad?
How are we? David's got a new picture there. Hey, Alex and all. Got to turn this thing around right here, right now. No draw. Only a win is acceptable.
Correct, David, lads.
Right, David.
He's obviously been listening to Fatboy Slim right here, right now. Great tune. Man like Amir. Hi, Jen. 3 points needed. Yes, Amir, completely agree. As you can tell from the thumbnail of this video, it says this is 100% must-win game against Burnley tomorrow night. Hey, James and Doyle too. We have to go on a winning streak from now on. Only James, you smell great. I'm sure David can smell you from there.
I smell bosh, David. David, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I smell absolutely fucking phenomenal right now.
Is it Radox?
Thank you very much for that.
Radox, Links Africa, what are we working with? To
Links Africa, obviously.
Every scout has got a Links Africa left over from Christmas, like every single one of them. I've literally just run out of man now, lads.
You know the score. You know the dance, boys. Come on.
Honestly, yeah, you could do it.
Very Hugo Boss aftershave as well, obviously. Standard. Literally, always got to be smelling fresh.
Got to smell nice. Nice. We are, we're working, aren't we? You've got to smell and look good. Doyle, take note. A positive from Leicester being top.
I'll take it. Even if it is only for the day, I'll take it.
Do you know what? I have to talk about Leicester. Let's talk about them briefly because I don't know if you guys follow Lee Chappie. I think you do, James. But he did a post the other day that made me laugh. He said, this is how the media sees the Premier League table. And it was like Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City, United, Arsenal and Chelsea all spread out in the top 10. And Leicester are like second, but they've been blanked out. Is there an argument to say, James, that Lee Chappie does have a point and that maybe the media aren't taking Leicester seriously enough? Because, listen, they're top of the Premier League halfway through.
100%. Listen, if we're saying Manchester United the title contenders, then how can't Leicester be?
No one's saying that. I'm not saying that.
If we're saying, but, as of right now, you can say what you want, but they are above us. So,
they're not winning the league. I'll say that right now with everything.
I agree that they're not going to maintain it, but that's a different conversation. We're saying are they in it right now? Yes, they are, and that means Leicester should be talked about more. But if I'm a Leicester fan, I just don't give 2 shiny rights, mate. I'm just thinking to myself, do you know what? Let's be the underdogs. Did you see? And if you haven't, please, after this, watch it, boys, and it won't be for no reason. Watch James Maddison's interview after the game yesterday, mate. It's so different to the way any other player who's just media trained, like Jordan Henderson's interviews. I want to scratch my ears off, mate. But when I was watching that interview, it was like I was actually watching someone.
He's like a kid, isn't he?
He's being sincere and like he's talking like a manager, but he was just mostly just being happy, lad. You know what I mean? And like he was just being honest. He was even like, I don't even want to give you the typical answer, Jeff, but it's just we've got to focus on the next game. I love a player like that, man, and that squad is better than the one that won the league, and they've got a better manager by miles. So he should be talked about more. They've got a great team, mate. I'd argue that Jamie Vardy's no worse than what he was in that last team. So
I mean,
there's players that are take out of their team. Ricardo Pereira's coming back, so Soyuncu's coming back. You take them too. And indeed, he's quality. He scored a great goal against Chelsea yesterday, mate. They're sound, mate. They're good.
I think the telling tale is what you said about James Maddison. He's happy, lad, and all the players will have that same vibe, lad. They'll be playing positive football because they're all just happy playing under Brendan Rodgers. The only thing I will say, lad, is Brendan Rodgers, lad, is a renowned flat merchant, bro. He just is, bro. He just flaps. So that's why
I disagree.
I think they're not taken seriously for that reason, lad. I think they're not being taken seriously because of his past history with Liverpool, essentially. Until he wins the league in Liverpool, in England, lad, that's when Brendan Rodgers will start being taken seriously. That's the way I see it, lad, genuinely. But I do agree with Jay that this team are sick. And the boss to watch, lad, I genuinely like watching Leicester play football. And I think the difference has been Vardy and Maddison. Them two are just insane, aren't they, together, lad? They know what to do. And Maddison's a goal scorer, a provider. He's everything, lad. And he looks like he's bringing leadership and everything else, positive vibes to the team. So Vardy's just an insane man, lad. Going on till he's 33. And he's still pure fast in that, lad. How many goals has he scored this season?
He's like a whippet. He's like a racing greyhound dog.
He's just an old school
player, lad. But Doyle, I'm not going to lie. I agree with a lot what you've just said, except the fact that Brendan Rodgers is a flat merchant. And I
genuinely think he is, lad.
Why though? Tell me why he
loses. Because he hasn't won the league yet, lad. So when he wins the league...
He's only been at Liverpool and Leicester, and when he was at Liverpool, he weren't supposed to win the league, and he's not supposed to be in the top four.
He wasn't supposed to win the league, I agree that, but Liverpool took him there because he had Suarez and he had Sterling and he had Sturridge, lad, who were fantastic football players at the time.
Exactly, so how is it Brendan Rodgers?
Because it just is, lad. That's what Brendan... No,
Doyle, listen, lad, you know you're hypothetical. If we were in court, I'd be all over you like jam on ball, Doyle. Doyle, let me just tell you this, my mate. He's not a flat merchant. He was at Liverpool. He took us to second of anything. He overachieved. Then he goes to Scotland and gets Celtic undefeated. And then he wins the league. It was at Celtic. It doesn't matter. He still done what he had to do, and he done it undefeated, by the way. And he done it for another season further on. Then he goes to Leicester, competes for top four all the way to the end. Only doesn't get top four because of injuries. And then the next season,
because he flapped it, you mean? Because
he's top of the league. No, because he had injuries. We're talking about injuries in our squad, so don't be hypocritical, Doyle, because they're weaker than us. They spent less money. So how in any way is he a flat merchant when he's got them in that race when he shouldn't be in it? When he shouldn't be in it, still got them in the Europa League, which is a great achievement. Doyle, you're not coming to me with anything that you're like any good solid arguments to why Brendan Rodgers is a flat merchant.
Then I will.
Go for it. I'm letting you talk.
The floor is yours.
All right. He was second or something last season towards the end of the season, and he dropped to fifth, lad, because he flapped. He nearly won the league with Liverpool, but he lost it because he flapped. And this season, he'll nearly win the league with Leicester, but he'll flap. And if you're that confident on it, Jay, if you're that confident, my mate, let's bet on it right now.
Alex, have I said once there that Leicester are going to win the league? No. What I'm basically trying to say is, how is he a flat merchant when he's overachieving? How?
Because he's not
winning. That's a good point.
So he's not going to be taken seriously? Because your question was at the start, why are Leicester not
I'm not
being
saying
taken
he's
seriously?
the best manager in Wales football, Doyle, but he's not a flat merchant. A flat merchant is an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who can't get past the semi-final.
No, a flat merchant is somebody that gets so close and can't do it. That's a flat merchant, lad. It doesn't matter if you're overachieving or not.
It's not, Doyle. Doyle, he went to Celtic where he was supposed to win trophies and won trophies. He weren't supposed to win anything at Liverpool. Even with Luis Suarez, he weren't supposed to. Then you fast forward to Leicester, he weren't supposed to win anything.
What's he supposed to be there for?
Doyle, that season in 13-14, we were supposed to win the league, even though we had Luis Suarez and whatnot. He was out for the first 8 games.
The defence, he's a manager of football club at Liverpool.
And get on this, he didn't even have the chance to buy players at Liverpool, and he still got us to second. He never bought Mario Balotelli. The club done that.
He has not won anything, Jay, mate. You can't say to me.
I'm going to step in here. I don't agree with that, Doyle. You can't say he's not won anything. And also, if we're talking about winning things, does that mean that Klopp was a flat merchant for the first 3 years of his Liverpool career then?
Yeah.
He didn't win anything.
No, he didn't, lad, because he did. He won it with Mainz. Did you see his Mainz career, bro? He flapped it loads and then he finally got them over the line, lad.
Yeah, but he lost 6 finals in a row. I think it's a little bit disrespectful. Yeah, but I think it's no, I'm talking about Klopp, bro. I'm talking about Klopp.
I know. I know.
I think it's a little bit disrespectful. I mean, to win how many titles in a row that he won at Celtic and all the League Cups, you can't. That's disrespectful to call him a flat merchant.
Anyone can
there.
go to Celtic and win.
No,
Brendan Rodgers is
not winning the league now. Why is Gerrard top of the league?
Because Gerrard's the first manager that's come from another team that's actually doing something. That's why for ages. That's why. That's the only difference. That there's another team in the league. That's it.
Oh fuck! You know.
He won every game. Nah, Doyle, I understand that you're in that attitude right now where you're just not gonna fall defeat to this argument, even though you're not making any valid points, and I'm giving you proper points for why Brendan Rodgers isn't a bad. No, I'm not even being salty, but let's be real here, Doyle. No, come on. If we're in court, I'm all over you right now because let's be real.
You're not
coming back.
All you're doing is
you're saying he's a flat merchant. But how is an overachiever flat merchant though? How?
Because he hasn't won anything. If you get to final and don't win the final, you flap it.
It's not all about winning stuff.
He was supposed to win trophies, he did.
It's not all about winning stuff, Doyle. Come on. Just because we've won a few trophies in the last few years, bro, we can't come on this high horse and say if he's not won anything.
Liverpool are one of the most successful football clubs in the world, and we lean on that stat so much, lad. It is about cups, bro.
I'm with James on this one. I'm with James. No, I'm with James.
What are you with James on?
Go on, James. Let him finish there.
Nah, do you know what it is, Doyle? Yeah, Alex, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Brendan Rodgers is one of the most disrespected managers, not only in the league, but in world football. And I'm not saying he's up there with the elite. I'm really, really not. Doyle's right. He needs to win major trophies before he is classed as one of them. But in terms of what he's had to do, he's overachieved. So I just think a flat merchant is a bit too far.
I agree that he's overachieved, but he still hasn't won anything. So it doesn't matter. It's like a boxer. It's like, listen,
it's like a boxer that
wins all his fights and then consistently gets to a title contender and then loses. What would you say about him? You'd say he's a great boxer and he gets all the way there, but when he gets to the final, he flaps it.
Yeah, but
you can't use boxing as an analogy because you can influence that yourself. Brendan Rodgers is going to a team where he can't influence the players. He can only do so much. He can only do so much on the players. He can't control the game. He can't go on the pitch and score a goal. A boxer can influence it themselves. So it's like that's not a good comparison. It's not a good analogy, though, lad.
His job is to influence them 11 players.
As much as he can. He can't do it 100%.
Klopp can't be influencing our players right now 100%. Listen, we can't. I think Doyle was maybe a little bit bitter of the fact that we should have won it in 13-14. Who knows? Brendan Rodgers would probably still be our manager now if he won that league. I'm not even joking.
Nah, I don't that like. It was like
this one. Mitch says boxing is an individual sport, football's a team sport. So all those trophies and medals that Rodgers won at Celtic on his cabinet. Do you just walk into his ken and say, they're not real medals?
Listen, using nitpicking the things that I'm saying instead of taking the actual point. The point is, it's not about an individual sport or a team sport. He's literally getting to somewhere and not being able to do it. That's it. That's the point that you should take out of there instead of trying to pick examples apart.
What should he do at Leicester?
It's valid what I'm saying. It's simple as that.
It's not. Leicester shouldn't be in the league title race. Doyle, why are you getting angry? No, Doyle.
Why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't they be in it? Why shouldn't he?
Because Doyle, they're not supposed to be. The Leicester City. And if you look at their squad, Man City have got a better squad on paper. Chelsea have got a better squad on paper. We have got a better squad on paper. Everton have got a better manager and squad on paper. Then you're talking, you're diving into.
They're overachieving. They're definitely overachieving without a shadow of a doubt. But they haven't won anything. So he's flapping it with them. I guarantee it, he'll flap it. I guarantee it.
He's not supposed to, though. He's not supposed to. If he's supposed to, if that was the ambition, if that's what Leicester had to do. If Brendan Rodgers has spent 200 million like Chelsea, I get it, but he's not supposed to. But he's not
top four last season, and he never got
injuries. We're not top of the league because of injuries. Let me just say this last thing before we move on, Doyle. If we had Van Dijk and all that right now, would we be top of the league? If we had no injuries whatsoever all season, would we be top of the league?
Yes, correct.
Would you say that, Doyle?
If we would we be top of the league? There's no way we can say that, lad. No, because City are incredible.
He's only doing that to support his argument. You know, the other day he would have said
there's
that
nothing
exact
I can say. There's nothing I can say.
Let's
move on.
That's just an attack, lad. That's not an argument, bro. That's just
an annihilation.
I'm saying.
It's annihilation.
It's not.
Right,
you just try and pick things apart and say stupid words, lad, and that's it. That's not an argument, lad. That's not constructing an argument.
Let us know in the comments who are we with on this one. Is Brendan Rodgers a flat merchant? Yes or no? Are you with Doyle or are you with James on this
The
argument.
question
No,
to ask
no
is,
more will
has
be
Brendan
spoken about
Rodgers
it.
won
though.
anything major?
No, that's not the question. Yes, he has. That's a lie. You've just lied there. Yes, he has won stuff in major. Right. Nico's
Scottish
telling
football.
us to stop arguing. Listen, put some respect on it, bro. We all support Celtic as well, apart from
Yeah,
Liverpool. So come on, man.
just let's go, because
Anyway.
I've got to shoot at him half 12.
There you go. Right. 15 minutes talking about Brendan Rodgers and Leicester. Let's get into this one then. Man City versus Aston Villa tonight. Villa, the first time really that they're going to have all of their top players back and ready to select after their COVID scare. Obviously, Man City, incredible form, boys. I can't lie to you. 5 wins in a row. And Aston Villa, to be fair, no wins in the last 2. 2 wins out of 5. Their form has dipped a little bit. 5 losses in the league now for them. But Man City are on fire. And it seems like, again, they've got a really nice run of form now. A lot of home games as well there, James and Doyle. This one for me, listen, Aston Villa, obviously they can surprise us all. They can, of course they can. But I still don't see anything other than a City home win, unfortunately. James, do you see that as well?
I'm not going to lie to you again. I see Man City were absolutely just better than Aston Villa. And I think because also Aston Villa like to attack the game. So if they're going to attack the game, let's be real, Man City don't look like they're conceding any goals anytime soon. We can only go off what we see. Maybe they might have a bad run of form soon, but off what we've seen, there's nothing saying that Man City are going to lose this game. It's also at home. John Stones is on fire. Ruben Diaz is on fire. Aston Villa's attack is very, very good. Jack Grealish can obviously create something out of nothing. He is one of the best players in the league in terms of being able to create something for himself. So you'll have to watch out for him. Other than that, though, mate, I wouldn't see Aston Villa even nicking a goal, but if he did, no more than one. So I think City can bag many in the same. You look at their squad there, it just probably might be too much for Aston Villa. So I'm going to say 3-1 City.
3-1 City. Trudon says 3-0. 2-1 says Dave. 2-2 says Amir. That would be a great score for us. But Doyle, Nico says a 2-1 Villa win. Can you see that?
Do you want my opinion, lad? Is that what you want? Do you want my opinion?
Yeah, I want your opinion.
Oh, that's mad. Am I allowed to speak now, boys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Villa win on this one, Doyle.
3-0, lads. To City, lad. There's no way that City are going to back down now, lad. They see a prize in their eyes and they're going to go for it, lad. They are a team, when they buckle down, they just do it, lad. They done it against us, lad. They proved it when we were chasing behind them, lad. If they want to do it, lad, they can just do it, lad. That's what they do. So, we'll see. 3-0, I reckon, Man City.
3-0. I mean, listen, we've got to make sure that we can... They come to Anfield, I think, February the 5th. We have to make sure that is the turning point where they lose, we win, and we go above them if we can. Huge month ahead for Liverpool and City, especially with all their easy games coming up. You're just thinking really they're going to start pulling away. Hopefully not. Winner Paul says another 0-0 draw. Mitchell says, "Are you fuming, Doyle?"
Fuming, lads. Fuming, kid.
City will win.
Why are you still fuming, lads?
Because
you don't need to be fuming no more, though. It's fine.
It's over. It's done.
We're on the next game now, lah.
Yes, anyway.
Ahmed says 4-1 to City on momentum. Momentum is the key word there. 5 wins in a row for City. Let's look at this game tomorrow night. Fulham versus Manchester United. I mean, back when we played United on Sunday, before that game, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's United's to lose," but a draw against us, 3 wins before that. Now they play Fulham, who, let's be honest, lads, have totally turned it around. Listen, they're still 18th. They have lost their last game, but 6 draws in a row, including City and Liverpool. 9 losses, only 2 wins, but 6 draws.
And Tottenham.
And Tottenham,
they're playing all right, lads.
They're playing all right. So, I mean, United famously have lost this game in the past. I remember a fixture, I think it was 2009, when Rooney gets sent off and punches the corner flag. Do you remember that one? I think Scholes got sent off in that game as well. And Fulham, of course, they have been known to cause major upsets at Craven Cottage. How do we see this one, James? I mean, obviously, we're hoping for some kind of home win or draw, but how do we see this one?
Well, all them draws that you mentioned with Man City, Spurs, Doyle's pissed, isn't he, lads? He's back. Nah, what's it called? All them draws that you mentioned. Yeah. It's all good. All them draws you mentioned with like Tottenham. Yeah, defo people 100%. Make sure you're smashing the lights. But Yeah, go on, Doyle.
Whoa. I don't know, Doyle's...
He's having technical difficulties. As Zoom, through me points. Anyway, so you mentioned all the draws with Spurs, City and Liverpool, but they also beat Leicester, I think, just at the end of November, so not too long ago, obviously. I know we're going a bit further back, but I'm saying they get good results against big teams. The typical top six right now, they're doing well against, they're getting results, they're getting draws here and there. I think they can cause United problems, and I think... I'm probably leaning more towards a draw than a win, but I don't know. Just with the form United in, I just feel like they'll probably nick it. It's a weird one, mate. Like I think they obviously got quality for them, but Fulham do all right. I can see it being a very close affair, but still United win 2-1.
Doyle, I mean, United haven't lost an away game since we beat them a year ago, right? Since
brilliant.
We beat at Anfield.
Wow.
They have done really well away from home, but I'm trying to remember a time where they've gone away from home and won like 4-0. Is it me or is it always 3-2 or 2-1?
I mean, I can't remember either. They usually have really tight games, don't they, in these away games, and they just take it at the last minute, or they just win by 1 goal, like against Burnley when they played the other week. They're really good away, so the stats say that they're probably going to win tomorrow, and I don't want them to, lad, because Fulham have been playing really well as well. But maybe I think the results 0-0 against Liverpool will give Man U confidence going into this next game as well. If they would have won Liverpool, I think it would have played against them because they would have been overconfident going into Fulham. But now I just feel like they're just going to go and take it like a 2-1 or like that, lads.
Ahmed says 1-0, Penando's 90+3. What a load of rubbish that would be if that happened. Right, let's move on to the next game that we're looking at. Obviously, the big one tomorrow night at Anfield. Really weird to have 2 Thursday night games in a row for Liverpool. We've got Burnley at Anfield tomorrow night, and then we go away to Tottenham next Thursday. I'm really liking this Thursday night kickoff, bro. Taking us back 10 years, like we're in the Europa League or something. But obviously, the team form, I mean, there's not much point in talking about Liverpool's 1 win in the last 5, boys, which makes me...
Pain.
This face? I call it the base face, but
this is why I'm fuming, lads. This is why I'm fuming. I'm
just like a little bit more spice with Doyle's arguments.
I just need Liverpool to win, lads. Oh my god.
If Liverpool were winning, we could just be like, who gives a fuck about Brendan?
But listen, we've said it in the title. Everyone's saying it in the comments. There's must wins, and then there's this game. This isn't even a must win. This is like, if you don't win, don't even bobber turning up. Honestly,
lads.
If you do not win this game, just I don't even want to. Oh, honestly, if we don't win this game, I don't even want to think about what will happen.
Yeah, I feel like remember that game in the under-23s against Villa? Yeah, I feel like Klopp was looking at that first half, literally just like, this is mad. Like, this is actually mad. What's happening in front of me is crazy. And at half time, he was like, yous are going to lose to children. Do you know that? Yous are all mad footy players and you're all going to lose to children. That's going to happen to you. And I'm not even going to do anything about it now. I'm just going to sit there and watch it because you're all Muppets, lad, and I can't be asked to be part of this anymore. So he was just sitting there, just going bewildered, lad. Just like, yous are all mad. Yous are all proper mad. You know what I mean? I don't know what Klopp's going to say.
I think this is why we're all a bit wound up. I can't lie.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Liverpool win for 4 games in the Premier League, brother. So we're obviously all going to be a bit touchy, aren't we?
Aston Villa game as well. I've said this, like, that does not count for shite.
No, it doesn't count.
No,
I
know.
get no buzz. I still celebrated the goals. I still was happy because we didn't lose. Other than that, though, mate, that when I woke up the next day, I still felt like
it's not, is it?
Still
it's
felt
not
like
a prem
I had
goal.
a weekend.
It's not a prem goal when you score the prem goals, lad. That's when you scream your head off, lad, innit? Because you're like, yes.
FA Cup goal, you're like this.
Meh.
Every celebration against that Aston Villa team was like a relief. It was like a relief, mate, when we scored against them. It was just like, yes, we're doing what we're supposed to be. Like, lad, because we weren't in the first half.
Right, I want to work out why we play well against big teams, but when someone like a Burnley comes who have lost their last 2 games, they're 17th in the table, why do we shit ourselves when we play defensive teams? Why?
I think complacency.
Why?
Because we're overthinking.
Yeah, as well. I think it's that as well. I think what I said the other day when James streamed, the lads really, really want to score against the lower league teams because they know they can, because the lesser quality.
Perfect goals as well. They want to score perfect goals.
So too many touches, lad. Bobby is the worst for it, bro. Just hit the ball at the goal. Just strike the ball. You don't know where it's going to go. Yeah. And like it could bounce off the keeper, it could bounce off the post and go to one of the other players. It could do anything, lad. But just shoot, and you don't know until you do that. So I feel like it's a number of reasons, lad, why we can't do it. I feel like this whole thing of Liverpool not being able to break down teams that just defend against us is coming back to us as well, which is depressing because we worked through that, lad, and we were able to beat teams that did that to us. We really were. We had set pieces and stuff where we could break it through. But now,
well, last season, lads, if there is some, I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but obviously we won every single game last season at home, apart from one, which was a draw against Burnley. Let's get some predictions in then from the viewers. Winner Paul says 0-0. Amir saying 3-0 the Reds. Liverpool players do not shoot. That will mean it was a 0-0. Fucking hell. This is poor. Take it wide, cross it in the box. I'm sick of it. Yeah, you've made your point, Winner Paul. You've said 0-0 4 times there, so you've made your point now. Burnley coming for an easy point. All right, mate. Who do you support here? Jesus Christ. 2-0 Salah and Mane. That would be great, to be honest.
That'll be lovely.
After the West Brom draw, I was done with the season. Top 4 max. All right, mate. Bit of positivity, Winner Paul. Christ, honestly.
The reality is, this season's crazy, innit? Like we said earlier. So everyone's going to lose one more game. Everyone's going to lose at least one more game. So that's the thing that's keeping me going, lads. Yeah, and they don't take shots. No one takes shots.
David makes a good point. What is our plan against the low block? Because everyone seems to have a recipe for dealing with a low block or a medium block. But whether it works or not is a completely different thing. For me, personally, I mean, we know that they're going to come and defend with 11 men behind the ball. But if we can break the lines with quick passes, this is the key. Quick in between the line passes that panic defenders. We haven't done that in the last 4 games.
Set pieces too,
bro. But please just fucking get a corner that beats the first man. For Christ's sake, honestly. Yeah. But what I'm talking about here, James, is we know that they're going to park the bus, and Klopp has obviously got a plan to deal with that. But if the plan doesn't start working after 25, 35, 45, half time, 55, 65, we completely don't know what to do. There is forget plan B. There's no plan C.
Yeah.
There's no plan C. How do we deal with teams who play 11 behind the ball at Anfield, James? How do we do it?
You play scrappy with them. I'm not being funny, mate. We're better than them, but we need to be more physical. Like, how do you expect to get through these scrappy teams who are putting 10 men behind the ball without getting stuck in with them? How do you expect if you're not going to shoot first time and actually test the goalkeeper? You know, how do you expect? Because the more touches and the more passes you make, you're just giving the goalkeeper more time to prepare. Stop trying to score the perfect goal. We're doing what Arsenal always used to do. Trying to play the better football and trying to play the perfect football. Sometimes.
But do you think we need to be quicker, James? You say we need to match them and we need to have a scrap with them. Surely quick, precise football beats all of that.
It's not just about quickness.
Need to do all that.
How Alex, when they're putting 10 men behind the ball, we saw
it's about winning the ball.
If you make
still getting possession, no, Alex, right there. We're still getting possession. They're still getting possession. We're controlling games. We're still getting like 60 to 70%. We're still getting shots on goal. The reason why they're not clinical is because we're not doing it first time and we're passing too much. So we're still doing everything we used to do. It's just the final third is not right now. That's our issue. None of this bullshit about passing. It's not working.
Do you know what another thing for me is? The high press, lads. We don't do the high press like we used to. We don't press them last minute defenders to make them make mistakes or to make them kick the ball to us or to make them do something wrong, lad. We don't do that anymore for some reason. And I feel that works so well for us. There was so many times, lad, where Bobby would chase the defender down, sort of scrap the ball away from him, and Mane or Salah would run onto it and pick it up and just score. It would happen so many times, and that just doesn't happen anymore, lad. I feel like what Jay said, we need to get scrappy and aggressive and back to root football where we're just like, give the fucking ball, lad, in the right moments and take the shots when we need to and be ruthless and clinical, lad, because we're not at the moment.
Give the ball, lad.
Give the ball!
Just give him the ball!
What the fuck?
Just give me the ball, lad.
My prediction, and I'm doing a preview after this, so you're actually getting a spoiler for those who are on here right now. I'm saying it's a draw, boys.
Jay,
listen, I am an obey. I am a wanker. My head is so fat. My head is so fat. I am negative Nancy. I am all of this, and I absolutely agree. But boys, what am I seeing right now that says we're going to go and win this game?
No,
I've just told
absolutely
you.
not.
I've just told you what I think we need to do, and I might be wrong. What I think we need to do to be able to win this game. But do I think we're going to do it? Do I?
Yeah, lad, I've got a little bit of something for you, lad. That I think about this, all right? A Thiago against the Burnley side, bro. All right, that's something that's like Burnley players are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this, lad?" Like, that's the one thing that's giving me hope there, lad.
You need to be able to score goals, though, Doyle. And Thiago's not a goal scorer. He's fantastic. I know what you're saying, my brother. Thiago is amazing. He's my G. He's given me life, Doyle. But he's not a goal scorer, lad.
I know, lad.
He's
but
not
let's just
a goal
hope that he
scorer.
just bedazzles these pietas, lad. You know what I mean? With a little bit of salsa, lad, and a little bit of tacos and whatever else he needs to bring with him, lad. You know what I mean? And he just slaps. He just puts
tacos are Mexican. You fucking
It's still
idiot.
a Hispanic thing, lad. It doesn't matter.
I agree with Doyle. Anyway, if we have one player. If that's one player,
all right, yeah, go on.
Phil Coutinho. If he was in this team right now, I'd feel a bit more confident because he can actually go and win a game and score a 40-yard shot. So even if you've got 10 men behind the ball, it doesn't matter. Does not matter because Coutinho can shoot from anywhere. But we haven't got anyone who can do that. Our goals come from our front three, and none of them are scoring right now. So that's the only reason why I'm not the most confident. And until I see something to start, because I've been throwing around 3-0s over the past few weeks. I thought we were going to beat Man United. I really thought we were going to do it.
Same.
I'm going to stop it now, mate. Until I start seeing these performances at least get better and a bit more aggressive, I'm going to say a draw for every game, I feel. So I'm saying a draw. I'm saying 0-0.
1-0 Liverpool, lad. It's got to be a win
0-0.
for us, lad. I've got to go into this game hoping that we're going to win. Otherwise, I can't watch it, lad. So I'm going to say 1-0, lad. I'm just going to say it. 1-0.
There you go. I'm going with 1-0 as well, which even though it is a win, it disgusts me. It disgusts me that we can only beat Burnley potentially 1-0 at Anfield. Ravi says, James, please not another draw, man. David saying, never heard James this neggy before. I think he's being realistic because of what we've experienced.
That's it, man.
I
Listen,
don't think he's
Alex,
being negative.
over the past 3 seasons, I was chatting 3 years ago, Manny was the best player in the world. Why? Because I was happy and I was actually just going off what I was seeing at that moment in time. And then furthermore, since I've been on your channel, besides the past few weeks, have I ever said anything bad about really anything, unless it's constructive? No. It's only right now because of what I'm seeing. You know, I'm saying what I need to say, but with the form that we're in, we haven't been this bad form since I feel we became this good. So
we literally haven't, bro. This is the first time we haven't scored in 3 games.
And we've got to be aware that we can't just be clinging on to the fact we was very, very good a few months ago. We've got to be realistic. So, obviously, I know we're Liverpool, and I know if anyone has more of a chance of winning this game, it's us. But we're not in form. So, that's all I can go off.
Literally the worst form we've been in,
the worst.
It's real. It's real shit. Listen, if we score tomorrow within the first 5 minutes,
power.
Fine. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, man.
I'll be happy. However, if it gets to 65 to 70 minutes and it's 0-0, I'm just going to turn the TV off. Simple as that.
Defo. Alex, I've got to shoot for my preview, which starts in 5 minutes, so I've just got to start setting it up. But I'm saying 1-1. But I hope I'm wrong to fuck. Believe me when I say that.
Yeah. All right, brother.
See you later, Jay, lads.
See you very soon, my brother. Stay in touch.
See you later, my mates. Doyle, I hope you're all right, lad. Listen, virtual hug it out, my mate. That's it, brother. Easy. Big family hug. Peace out, boys. Up the Reds.
Up the Reds.
Oh, Doyle. Fuck it out.
Just stick me on the pitch, lad. I'll go mad. I'll just go mad, lad.
Yeah, but you just get sent off. You just get sent off. And then we lose the game and you get the blame. So don't. Hang on. Right, get on this here. A perfect example of what Liverpool should be doing now is what I say to Doyle whenever we play football, right? So here's a story for you. This was probably what, July, August time? Me and Doyle were playing 7-a-side in London. And me and Doyle were playing central midfield. 2 lads come up to us and go, "Oh, you're from the Kop TV." We're like, yeah, cheers. So anyway, we get playing, we get started. And I think I can't remember if I scored the first one or Doyle did. Anyway, Doyle's got the... No, it wasn't you at this point because you got the ball, you're dribbling around. And I'm looking at you and I go, Doyle, shoot! And you shot and it went in.
Yeah, it did, yeah. It just
You know
did,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? And
It's
that's what I feel like
Liverpool need, lads.
saying to them at the minute,
Yeah,
like,
just have a shot,
shoot!
lad.
Like,
There was one for Bobby. There was one
stuff.
for Bobby against Man U, yeah, where it was coming across him, lad, and he could have just hit it with his left foot. But instead of hitting it with his left foot, he like turned into it and then hit it again. Just hit it. Just hit the ball, lads. You taught that from a kid, but it's because they're desperately trying to score a goal. They're desperate to score it, so they're waiting for the most clear, obvious chance to score it. And that's not the way football works, lad. Sometimes you just got to swing your foot at it, and it goes in, or it bounces off somewhere and it goes in, or something, lads. You know what I mean?
Better than not having a shot.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's what we need to do. Anyway, let's do a little lineup prediction then. We've done the score prediction. I'm going for 1-0. I think you are too. James is going for 1-0, which is sad, but it's the reality of the life.
The form.
Alisson in goal. And stop me if I'm wrong, please, brother. Trent. Nat Phillips. Yeah?
Yes. I do want to.
Everyone
I want to see
in the
Hendo.
comments, let me know. No, yeah, we're seeing Hendo.
No, I mean, I want to see Hendo midfield, Thiago.
Yeah. Fabinho, Robertson.
Yeah.
Thiago.
Yeah.
Gini. Henderson.
Yes, that's what I want. I want to see that now. I want to see what that's going to like. I want to see how it's going to give the creator the space for Thiago to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, basically. That's what I want. And them two are going to be great covers for him.
Yeah, get Henderson back into midfield as soon as possible. And let's not lie, brother. If we're looking at their team, a lot of height, a lot of aerial threats, very similar to West Brom. So we've got to be very good at corners.
That's why Nat Phillips would be a good shout.
There you go. Yeah. That's why Nat Phillips comes back in. However, Westwood, these kind of players, they're not the best
strong
players.
Lads.
But they work hard and they're strong and they're physical.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, and Thiago, to be honest with you, has shown the most fight out of anyone in the midfield since he's come back.
Thiago's hard.
He's hard as nails. He'll knock someone over and give the ref the eyes. Like,
what, lads? You're not giving a foul for that.
And I thought it would be the opposite. He's a beast.
He's solid.
He wins
he's
tackles.
solid.
You get fucking stuck in. He wins.
He's not like your traditional Spanish player. I agree, lad. Like in my mind, Spanish players are a bit more elegant and a bit more graceful and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? or a lad Xabi Alonso, but he's ruthless, lad. He gets right in there, doesn't he?
Listen, he's a skinhead. He'll be having a pint on the. He's having a pint on the Walton Breck after the game. Don't worry. It's like the fear. There you go. Nico says Alisson, Nat, Matip, Robbo. I think he's missed out Trent there. Matip could well be back, to be fair. I think him and Jota are very, very close. Also, let's not forget, Oxlade has come back into the team and did well against Palace. Minamino has, the Shaq has, so we've got some great options on the bench.
I like Shaq.
Great options on the bench. And he's going Mane, Salah and Firmino up top. Tyler says agreed. If Nat doesn't play today, he won't play again this season unless Matip is fit. That's a good shout. Bobby or Origi. I mean, we were speaking for almost half an hour last night on Bobby Firmino. I still think he's the best option for us.
Me too.
Until something better comes up. That's just what we have to do. So that's over quickly. Reason why we need Nat and Matip is because Burnley's good in the air and Nat is amazing in the air. So, right, if you do have Nat Phillips and Matip at the back, does that mean that we can maybe put Fabinho in the middle and take Gini out, put Gini on the bench? Because Doyle, from minute one that we signed Thiago, I said our best, and you were there when I said this. Do you remember at the Superfan debate? Doyle thought I was lying, cheeky fucker. I was like, our best midfield is Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho, and he went, "Nah, you're lying." I was like, "You can't tell me I'm lying. What are you on about? Shut up." Remember?
I don't think Fab's going to be moved at all the rest of the season, bro. He's staying there for the rest of the season. I think Klopp's got him playing well. He's not going to want to rock his boat, lad. He's just going to leave him there. That's the way I see it, lad. And I think that's the right thing to do. I definitely think that Fab's better in midfield, 100%, bro. But
if Matip comes back, bro, would you not stick Nat Phillips back to him and just have, especially if we're playing against Burnley, where
Gini needs to start every game. Gini has to start every game, lad. He's too good. Gini is fantastic footballer, lad, and he does all the dirty work. He keeps the ball. He's too good, lad, to not play. And plus, I think Klopp wants to prove to him that he wants him, and he's an important player to him. So,
see, Tyler here says Matip with Phillips, Fab, Thiago, and Hendo in midfield.
Could try it. We could try it. I mean, I'm not adverse to trying it. It would definitely be nice to be able to see Fab back in the midfield, but I don't think that would happen for stability reasons, lad.
Beijing Pop's going with what Doyle has said.
Yeah.
Fab is centre back this season.
He is, lad. That's the way it's going to work.
FPL Penguin says, team lacking confidence by the looks of it, but still keeping the faith, though. 3 points, hopefully, versus Burnley. It sounds like Doyle was playing with himself underneath the old camera there. Not too sure what that noise is there. But, right, there you go. Listen, Doyle will be back with me after the game tomorrow night on here, win, lose, or draw, unfortunately. And everyone here hopes for a win. Let's not try and skirt around the fact that, of course, this is a must win game. I just hope we win it. Right. Thank you all for watching. Very, very great comments today. You'll be back with us tomorrow. We also have, actually, we're doing Top of the Kops tomorrow with the Burnley fan, and then that's at midday, and then we'll be getting into the post-match reaction around 9:45 after the match. Come on, Reds, as Amir says. Doyle will be with me back tomorrow. Take care. We'll see you then.